Hey guys, it's Dovid Konikov. What you're about to see is absolutely shocking. This is a clip of a Christian on the Valuetainment podcast asking a Muslim point blank if he would be put to death according to Islamic law for abandoning the Islamic faith. Check out his response.
The evolving understanding in the Old Testament and the New, and in Jewish and Christian tradition, is something that unfortunately is absent in Islam, such that in Jewish and Christian tradition you have the understanding of the dignity of the human person that ultimately made people realize that putting people to death for apostasy was not something that was acceptable. Yeah. But the idea that it was a localized command at some point or understood to be such, that is not the same thing as people nowadays thinking they are the executors of the wrath of Allah because Muhammad says if anybody changes his religion, kill him, and the Quran says that you can soothe your heart by fighting the unbelievers and so on.
So Robert, can we hear from Brother Rashid for one? Brother Rashid, go for it. What's on your mind?
Because this concerns me. Do you believe I should be put to death?
I believe that the punishment for apostasy in a correct Islamic state is death. I believe that that's the correct. Let me finish. Let me just respond, sir. I believe that that is the correct punishment, which has been revealed by God, both in the Quran and the Bible. And for Robert to turn around,
I asked you.
Let me finish.
I asked you, do you believe I should be killed today?
And I answered you, sir.
Yes or no?
I answered you.
Yes or no?
I answered you.
I think he said yes.
You want me to answer?
I said.
Yeah, you answered me.
In a proper Islamic jurisprudence, jurisdiction, an Islamic nation, all of the laws of Islam and the Sharia as revealed by God should be applied.
So if we were in that kind of state, would you do it?
Including
I'm not the one that executes
with proper due process, with a proper court hearing, just like any nation of laws. The laws of the Sharia should be applied, including the death penalty for not only apostates, but also blasphemers.
You didn't answer me, yes or no?
We did answer
Yes, we did answer.
Yeah, so I should be killed.
We did answer.
I deserve to be killed because I left Islam and became a Christian.
According to Islamic law, an apostate like you would be killed. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And according to the Bible
let me. This is a fallacy.
And a blasphemer.
This is a fallacy.
Robert,
too cockney. Like you want to say you have it too. It's a fallacy.
No.
Let us discuss this because
why is it a fallacy?
It's a fallacy. Let me finish.
Please condemn Jesus.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh, you think you
condemn
should?
Jesus?
Robert
already condemned him.
No, you're lying.
Let me finish.
On record saying you're lying about that.
Let me finish.
That's what happened. You said eventually we realized
you're lying.
Just let me finish.
Let's hear Brother Rashid, and then I'll come to you. Go for it.
You converted from Christianity to Islam. Your life is not under threat here in the U.S. I converted from Islam to Christianity. My life is under death. That's the difference between Christianity and Islam.
Okay, so
when it comes to death threats, we could probably have a contest and see, but I get them many daily, mostly from Muslims, but not always. And the left is increasingly unhinged and out of control. But if Daniel is positing that Islam is somehow the alternative, then I would wonder, how is it that all the Muslim politicians in the United States, including an obvious publicly Sharia adherent one like Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib as well, Keith Ellison, Andre Carson, the publicly Muslim Quran adherent politicians, and yet they're all very far on the left, and they're aiding this secular liberal monster that Daniel so rightly opposes. And so it's hard to see how Islam can be the remedy when you don't even have a single politician of the Islamic faith who is standing against all that.
Think about how crazy that is. Just openly saying, yes, we would put you to death. Yes, we would enforce Sharia law. That's what Islam is when it's practiced in its purest form, as they try to sort of point out. Like, yeah, this is Sharia. Like it or hate it, that's what it is. Now, I'm actually sort of a very, pro-religious freedom, do whatever you want. But when it starts to get to violence towards others, that's where I draw the line. Like, you don't get to decide somebody else's fate based on your own religious beliefs, because essentially that person left the society, he left your culture, He now believes in Christianity, and that's that. And the hypocrisy is the amount of like sort of conversion and the amount of sort of obsession with creating creating Muslims, more and more Muslims, and really Christian preachers as well. But the amount of insanity where they go to such lengths to try to get people to Islam, and then when they're in Islam, if they ever try to leave and they ever go for another religion, then they freak out. Then they have to be put to death, which is insane. I think we can all agree that Sharia law, if implemented in its true form, is a very dangerous thing, not only concerning for the Islamic countries and the countries that are actually implementing those laws, but actually concerning for the entire world, simply because Islam is a migrating religion, and slowly but surely the West is being infiltrated by Islamists, radical Islamists, extreme Islamist ideology. You see that on campus. You see that certainly in Canada, and slowly but surely the entire Western world will have to confront this threat together. For more, subscribe to this channel. If you want to help us make more of these videos, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/JewishUncensored. Thank you, and have a good one.